Good morning for me. Very sunny Peterborough. A little bit cold, we had a frost overnight. Just checked on the fish, they're absolutely fine. I've just done a water change and I'm topping up again. Birds have been fed, fish have been fed, I've been fed. So, plans for today. We'll just go in the greenhouse and have a look in there first. As usual, I'll follow you. Okay, as discussed in a older video about the drum QK15 Combi filter, and as an ex-electrician, can you be an ex-electrician or you just forget stuff? Probably forget stuff. And I was looking at the wiring in the control unit, which I'll show you in a second. And it only caters for a dry pump shut-off of one pump. Now I'll be running two pumps, and probably many people out there are running two pumps, and probably many people out there have adapted their system to provide protection for both pumps. So when the water level runs dry, instead of one pump stopping as the system would do and the other pump just runs anyway, I'm going to add one or two little bits and pieces and it shuts both pumps off. So I've done a little bit of pipe work, not so much, but as you can see, one outlet, two outlets, and only one pump at the moment will run dry. So let's go have a look at the control box. I'll follow you again. Right, as you can see from the top, we've got circulation pump, which is clearly going to be two. We've got the cleaning pump, which sits within the bio chamber and is on the spray bar. 220 volt supply, just for anything, and the motor drum filter. And just for those people that probably never knew, the connection for the sensor is on the bottom. So if we just open the lid, so we're just looking at the reverse now. This is the circulation pump, cleaning pump, 220 volt supply and motor drum. PCB for the sensor, couple of relays for normally open, normally closed, times 2, timer and a relay, and that's basically what you get inside one of these control units. I dare say with a larger one there may be one or two bits and pieces more, but I looked up the relay. It's an 11-pin relay and an 11-pin relay base by a company called Finder, something that I didn't use back in my day as an electrician. So I got in touch with Farnell, yep, expensive, and got another 11-pin relay and 8-pin relay and 8-pin relay base, which is here. Those people that have this system, they want to know what you want. I think I can get that. So it's one of these, type 9602, and then on the top you can spin it round. Oh, I've covered most of the information. Well done, Steve. It is that. Will that focus? Probably not. Anyway, this will sit in alongside there. Hope you're with me so far. So I got in touch with the company that actually makes these in Holland. I think it's DVS Filter Technique. I spoke to a guy called Patrick, quite a nice guy, and he basically said add another relay and you can power both sockets just by switching the relay on and off using the low level probe sensor. And I am going to utilize the circulating pump socket and the 220 volt spare socket. So those people that are electricians or are in the know, I'll just show you that. So basically the live side of the isolator is there. It swings alive straight into this socket and then straight into this push button which does the cleaning cycle. So I'm going to take this wire, which is number 3, I'm going to put this on the coil of the relay, so this will leave this free. I'm going to undo this so it's not off the isolator, so this will run through the relay. So when the low level sensor kicks in and it says, you know, you're running dry, instead of the cable number 3 turning off the socket, it will turn off this relay and drop out both sockets, so both my circulation pumps will stop. Okay, in theory I had to buy some pin crimps. For those electricians that are actually watching, despite the fact that the cable going in looks quite meaty and big, it only says 1 mil on it. All the cables inside, it wouldn't surprise me if they were 1 mil or even smaller. The pin crimps are 1 mil, they're reds. So here goes nothing. I shall wire it up as I see fit. Right, all finished. Let's see how I've done. So as we discussed, this was circulation pump. This is now circulation pump 1, circulation pump 2. Follow the room around. So I've got power out for each of the sockets. I think you can see under there, power in for each of the sockets, a neutral, and wire number 3, which is driven from the low level sensor, which is, I think, terminal number 5. You can just see that, but I can't get the camera in. Does it work? No idea. Let's see on the day. If anything does go wrong, I can simply unplug from the control unit and plug in just a standard sockets, and I can run my pumps anyway, so it wasn't too technical, to be honest. If you want to try it, that's at your own risk. I'm just showing you what I've done, and that's no way a recommendation that you do exactly the same thing. It's just what I've done. Just want to keep people safe. Thank you. As you know, when I build stuff, it's a little bit bomb proof. So that's my shower stand. 6 pieces of 75 by 75 post, and that will, as you know, sit there. So like I said, I've got about 1200 mil, and then I've got about another 1000, so the shower will fit right up that end. Space for a heater, I keep saying it, I'm trying to convince myself, one day maybe. Just an update on the items for sale. One easy pod has gone to Andy Daly, and he will be using that on his temporary pond until that's finished. The second easy pod was bought by a gentleman called Graham, who came the other day. Really nice, normal guy. He wanted to buy an object, he came, he paid, he left, he was happy. It's just so easy if you want to buy something. So thank you to Graham. Also, Graham has requested that once Andy Daly has finished with the temporary easy pod, that Graham gets first dibs on that as well. So I'm recording this so I won't forget. I've already told Andy, so hopefully he won't forget in between his digging campaign. I spoke to a gentleman in Absolute Koi a couple of weeks ago, last week, a couple of weeks ago, David Moore, and we got chatting as you do when you're into the same hobby, and he sent me some photographs and a little bit of narrative about his pond. Going back to his early days back in the 80s when there was precious little information, no internet, no videos, no books, nothing. You basically had to guess your way through. So he sent me a nice little story accompanied with some photographs. So here's a look at the photographs. So I hope you like those. Hopefully David is going to pop down to see my pond when it's full, and reciprocated as well. So I'll be travelling up to Mansfield to take a look at his pond when I've got time. So in the meantime, thanks for watching. Stay safe. I'm going to do another pond visit on Wednesday. Today is Monday, and I'm really looking forward to this one, but I'm not going to tell you where I'm going, so keep an eye out for the next video. Stay safe, get your jab, boom.